Good morning. It's the last day of 2018. I always get a little bit nostalgic, you know, when it's like the last day of something, like the last day before your birthday or whatever. But I have sort of a weird day today. Right now, I'm going over to a friend's house. She is a filmmaker. She's a really talented filmmaker, and I'm helping her with a project just that she can kind of put into her work samples. So it's probably something that I'll be able to show you guys later. She does a really good job, so be excited about this. And then even though it's not the first yet, we're trying to eat healthy already, get back on track after all that sugar. So I have a home chef meal to make later. It's vegetarian, there's just a bunch of vegetables in there, which is exactly what we need to be eating because I've been eating a lot of cookies. And it is New Year's Eve tonight, but I don't know, we just have work to do. Last night we were like, can we like not go anywhere or do anything? We're just too busy right now. I was like, let's just skip this one and like celebrate Chinese New Year later. There are plenty of opportunities to celebrate a new year. So no celebrations for us, but I do really like reflecting on the past year and thinking about resolutions for an upcoming year. So we'll talk about that stuff later. I gotta go meet my friend. I'll see if I can show you a little behind the scenes.
Thing with that's next for you that is almost too bold to state out loud. But yeah, okay, awesome. I'm gonna start editing this.
It's Malcolm Gladwell, man. I just want to be Malcolm Gladwell.
He sets the bar so high.
Okay, I'm home from our interview session and I am starving. I'm gonna make Mongolian fried portobellos and peppers. Looks like this, looks so good. Okay, and this one looks like a really easy recipe. Okay, so while we get the rest of the ingredients prepared, I was just thinking about like the difference between December and January. So December always just feels like a month of like excess, you know? You eat a lot, you buy a lot, you have time off. So when we go into January, we always like pull things way back. And for the past like 10 years or so, we have always done a fast with our church. So even though, you know, we've been like eating a ton of crazy food all month in December, for 21 days in January, we just pull it way back and we do a reset really, and we do no bread, no sugar, and no meat. So for me, that's not something that I can sustain all the time, but neither is like my diet in December either, you know? So we go a little crazy in December, just enjoy ourselves, and then in January, that's when we take some time to like reset our bodies. And then this year, I decided that also in January, I'm not going to spend money on clothes or makeup or books, because those tend to be like my fun things, the things that I buy for myself or for other people or whatever. But in December, you know, we spent quite a bit on gifts. I bought a few things for Dresscember, so I bought some new pieces of clothing. So for January, I'm just not gonna buy any of that stuff. So sometimes it's hard for me to make a resolution for the entire year. I kind of like to take things in chunks. Like we'll do our 21-day fast, and I'll do my month-long like buying freeze, and then just kind of like evaluate where we are at that point. And to be honest, I'm not a big like Tony Robbins fan. I don't know, I don't really listen to motivational speakers like that very often, but Derek was listening to him the other day, and he said something about rituals and how like your rituals really make you who you are. And you might not realize some of the rituals that you have. Like one of your rituals, mine, is to hit the snooze button every day and oversleep. And I didn't really think of it like that, but it's true. We do all have certain rituals, and some of them are more healthy than others. So I do kind of just want to look at the things. Oops, there we go. Gotta bring this down to a simmer. But yeah, I do want to look at those things that I do every day. Ah, it's supposed to be simmering. Or every week or whatever. So I'm gonna start looking at my schedule today and trying to like order my life so that it can be a little bit more ritualistic. Because honestly, I love the idea of rituals. I like rituals in religion. I'm not Catholic or Jewish, but that's something that really like attracts me to those religions is all of the rituals and the things that you just do because you do it. And you just order your life so that those things happen. And I think that's really cool. So I'm gonna look today at a few of the rituals that I might be able to kind of, you know, make more of a focus this year. Our lives are so unpredictable. That's one of the tough things. Ooh, sriracha. And we do have to be very flexible, you know, with a 2-year-old and with our jobs. Sure. Hey, you're welcome. Hey, you wanna show them something? I know, but look, we have matching shirts on today. Okay, fine. You don't wanna say hi though? Say hi. No. All right, I'll give you your stuff. I need stuff. Okay. And food is something that's very much ritualistic, and cooking, I think, is a really healthy ritual. But I think food used to be much more of a ritual than it is now, like at least for our family. Like food sometimes is just an afterthought and not really a ritual in our day, and it really needs to be. So that's kind of why we like to do the fast at the beginning of the year. And this meal that I'm making right now, besides the white rice, like we would just switch it over to brown rice, is something that we could eat on the fast. It's just vegetables, basically. So even that, just like the fact that we do this fast every January, like that's a ritual that we have. So I like that with Home Chef, I can just tell them like the things that I want to eat and don't want to eat. Like you can do vegan meals. I always avoid dairy because I just don't like to eat dairy. So yeah, I feel like food is such an essential part of our life that it's a really good place to start with your rituals. So I'm gonna try and do more of that 2019. Okay, I like haven't been paying attention to the ingredients, but I think I can still pull this off. So it has been really nice to have Home Chef as part of like my rituals. I set it up so that it always comes on a Tuesday, so then it actually has 2 meals, so I can cook on a Tuesday and then a Wednesday, because Wednesdays are days when Derek doesn't have any practice or training. So for us, like it's not realistic to cook every day of the week, but to do it a couple days of the week is really nice. So I'm glad that they're showing me how to cook portobello mushrooms, because I've never really done this before, but I'm coating them in cornstarch and a little bit of water, and now I'm going to cook them in olive oil, and this will be a really good meal to replicate when we're doing the fast. Woohoo! All right, let's try this. This looks so good and smells so good. Yum, I'm excited. So especially if you're doing any kind of like special eating plan or anything for January, which is just, you know, always a good idea because we tend to overeat in December, then Home Chef can really help just with coming up with healthy meals, because that's like the hardest part, is researching and figuring out the recipes and going and buying all the ingredients. So I love that they take care of all of that for me. And if you want $30 off your first order, you can use the code MEGANFREE30 and they'll help you out with that a little bit too, because we're also trying to save money in January. All right, I gotta eat up and then we've got more organizing to do. We just went to Target for a couple of things. I always need a 3-hole punch, and I got some paper and this binder, and I got this off of Etsy. I just downloaded it and printed it, and I really like to write out things that I want to remember, or just like things that I want to really stay in my mind. Anytime that I was studying for tests or anything, I would just write things out, sometimes over and over. So this gives you a writing plan for each month, and you can just write out different verses. And so I just thought I would hole punch these and put them all together in this binder with some paper, and this can be something that I do at the end of every night in 2019. Man, they go so slow.
Did you hit up
There's
Anita?
the Rose Parade.
Did you hit up Anita?
No, let me text her. Tell her. Oh, so there's gonna be like a band or something. They have like their drum sets right there and stuff. That's cool.
Happy New Year!
Aren't these little Martinelli's bottles so cute? We got these for New Year's, but we forgot to actually have them. We just went and saw Ralph Breaks the Internet with Jensen. That was his first, like, movie that he sat through since he's been this age and, like, able to run away if he wanted to. So since it's the first, I am working on some budgeting. I just use this planner just kind of for like overall like calendar stuff. It's not even broken down by day. It's just like the month at a glance. And then I keep track of all my bills and expenses and stuff in here. He's sitting in that ottoman and just like cracking himself up. So I'm doing a little budgeting, went through some emails. Oh, I need to grade. I really don't want to. I'm watching Bird Box because I totally got peer pressured into watching it by like the entire internet. So I started watching it with Derek the other night and I fell asleep and didn't see like any of it. And after I watch this, I also want to start my next book one day in December. This is another like just peer pressure one. I saw a lot of people reading it on Instagram and I'm just in the mood for more fiction. Okay, I'm only like a quarter of the way into Bird Box, so I'm gonna get back to it. What did you think? Have you seen it? All right, it's the new year. We also gotta get new nails. So me and LaTanya are just gonna meet up and go get our nails done.
I need to get one of those.
Yes, this makes everything so much easier and so much more bulky. Look at yours. Focus, camera, focus. Woo.
Aren't you loving your new cameras?
Okay, look at these chains. I want a chain next time.
To share that with you guys?
Look at this though.
New nails, new year.
So cute. Ooh, rose gold. All right, we just filmed a video and then we parallel parked successfully. Good job.
You don't even know.
I didn't even realize this. Like, I live by the floats, but yeah. I guess they park them later and then you can like go see them. So we saw them as they were sneaking past our apartment and now we're gonna go see them after the show. Yeah, I just this haven't
day,
seen it live.
Guys, I got a manicure that's amazing and parallel parked. All on the same day.
It's a good day. And we got 2 videos done.
2 videos
so
done.
I'll link those down below. We did a Q&A video with your questions.
Yes.
So I'll put that up too. We were productive.
Yeah, we were.
It's the first day without the baby that I've had all break, so that's why I feel so productive.
So nice.
The only thing we're missing is food.
That's true.
I just need a snack now. Sad.
Yeah.
As soon as we parked across the street, they were like, oh, it's already closed for like the whole year. So
I did that marvelous parallel parking job for no reason.
So, all right, we'll just skip the floats and go straight to the food, which I'm not too mad about, but dang it.
Next year, like she said, next year.
Yeah. At least you got to see them in the hazy darkness of this video earlier.
I know. I didn't even take a thumbnail for my video.
Oh, shoot. You're right. Huh. These noodles from Panera are my favorite, especially on the fast also because soba noodles you can eat on the fast. So it's just soba noodles and vegetables, super good. We decided to go get our food. All right guys, I'm gonna end this vlog here so that I can eat this food. I hope you have a happy new year. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for joining me. And don't forget to check out Home Chef if you are hungry and you wanna get $30 off of your first meal kit.
Teacher self-care.
Teacher self-care. Yes, starting some new rituals, new habits, eating well. So I hope you're having a great 2019. Bye.